Yeah.
So I feel like she instilled a lot of work ethic in me. And watching her to hold two, three jobs my whole life really, you know, what I mean, kind of set the tone.
Well, she sounds like an amazing woman.
Oh man, she's awesome, dude. She really is.
That's really, really cool, dude. I love it. Was there a specific moment in the gym where you felt your power coming back?
Felt my power coming back,
Yeah.
like from an injury or just from like,
Like just in general, like, like a lot of people, whether, you have a disability or not, they hit the gym and they always feel like they get like control or power or, it keeps them grounded and disciplined. Like, was there ever a moments where, you felt where you were navigating a season and the gym kind of helped you find your spark again or kind of help you stay back on track or,
oh yeah, I mean, I feel like I almost lost a passion for fitness all the way at one point.
oh,
I mean, like
really?
I said, you get caught up in what am I doing it for? I'm posting workout videos. Who's really watching this? Like, am I feeding my ego or am I actually making a difference here? You know what I mean? You start asking yourself the the normal questions I feel like everybody does, and you know, it's like an identity crisis in a way. But
Mhm.
what was your question one more time? Sorry.
Yeah.
Uh,
Like,
I got to lead to it.
no, you're okay. So like when you were going through these different seasons, like what, how did
Oh
you
yeah,
find your,
yeah, I got you when the gym kept me grounded. So man, I grew bitter towards fitness, and then like I was just you know getting like I think it was more social media than fitness, to be honest with you. But
Mhm.
fitness was part of that, just because you know I worked at it, I did it, I competed in it, and I felt like I was around it all the time, and I just like grew tired of it, you know.
Yeah.
And in 2018, I had a car wreck, man. Or you know, I was with my buddy, and he fell asleep at the wheel. We got T-boned, and then or we T-boned another vehicle, and I shot out the window, and I didn't even go in the ambulance. I actually got my buddy to take the ambulance because I thought he was going to get a DWI. And
Really?
then yeah, man, and then I actually took a plane ride to the Arnold Classic the day after that, and I did a calisthenics competition against like Zion and Woody Belfort. And then, m- man, my arm was so swollen up, my elbow was swollen up, and I went to the hospital out there. And then that's when they did a X-ray, and they were like, "Man, you got a broken sternum, you got a broken elbow, a torn tricep. You're really messed up, you know."
Wow.
And I was like, "Oh my God!" So when that happened, I got put in the hospital, and then I ended up getting like a bone infection from that, and I stayed in the hospital for even longer. And I remember like people were in my DMs and stuff like that saying like, "Damn, dude, like, what are you going to do now?"
Yeah.
And it really got to me. Like, I was like, "I'm going to do the same stuff that I've been doing. What do you mean?" Like, I don't know. And then I started thinking like, "Oh man, like, what if I can't? You know what I mean? Like, what if I can't do the stuff that I like loved at one time?" Then I kind of I felt like I was like, "Lord, if you let me get out of this and you like heal me from this," I was like, "Man, I will not let that." Like, you know, I won't even think that thought no more. I want to get back in the weight room so bad. I
Yeah.
want to work out. I want to, you know what I mean? Whatever. And I healed up, dude. I mean, I got like a little ugly elbow from it and like a hell of a chest scar, but like healed up from that. And then, like I said, I shouldn't have been bearing weight on my tricep at the time, but I started working out, you know, heavy
Yeah.
weights pretty early. And then it made I mean, I ain't bench pressing 500 pounds or nothing, but I feel like I'm still strong.
Yeah.
And I made a full recovery from it, dude. So, and then that kind of grounded me. Like I was like, I always relate back to that, you know, like, so when days I don't feel like going or days I don't feel like showing up, I'm like, man, like, just imagine you not having this. Like, you're so fortunate to be able to do this,
Yeah. Like when you
you
were
know, because,
like, wait, like how you said you were like, you're a man of faith and everything. When you were going through this process, you were like, please, Lord, like help me, come out of this and overcome this. You sound like you have a really, really strong faith. For someone who has a disability, especially in your circumstances, like have you always had that strong connection to God, or what kind of transformed that kind of spirituality?
oh, dude, I've had my battles, you know, being a Christian.
Yeah.
obviously you question God. You know what I mean? Like, why put me in this situation? Why me? Like, I think I'd be a badass with legs. Like,
Yeah.
you question, you get mad. I mean, I feel like I kind of grew a little upset with him at one time and stuff like that. But then again, it's weird because like he always got me through. And I feel like, I always kind of, even though I'd get mad at him and I'd question him and this and that, my faith always kind of remained it there. And my mom was definitely a big part of that too. You know what I mean? She's instilled that in me in an early age.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I was like, man, like, and to be honest, like I've always kind of looked around and been real thankful. Like, like I know you could always look around and like, man, I don't have a Lamborghini, I ain't got legs, I need to
Yeah.
pay these bills, whatever. But like, dude, like I see other disabilities, I see the life that I was having like as a kid, and I always knew that I was fortunate to be living the life that I was living without legs because I'm living one hell of a unique life for somebody with no legs. I've
Yeah.
fought bulls, I've been a rodeo clown, I've been you know what I mean? Like I've had street fights,
Yeah.
I've had viral street fights, like I've
Wow.
had girlfriends. I've lived a one hell of a life for somebody without legs, and I feel like that's helped me maintain like belief and like faith in God is because like he's always gave me a pretty cool outcome,
Hmm. Like when you said,
you know.
when you were going through, if some of these questions are too hard, like please let me know too. But when, you said sometimes you would get angry at God, like what would help you, you know, kind of give yourself some grace and kind of, stay close to him and not drift away from him.
Um, a lot of like you would reassure yourself that the God ain't gonna put too much on, he ain't gonna put too much that you can't handle on you. I would
Yeah.
think that a lot. Uh, and what's weird, I would think that I'm going through like a test or a season, and I always thought like it was for the better. You know what I mean? Like this is gonna be one hell of an outcome.
Yeah.
And I kind of just, yeah, I had faith, man. I mean, it's kind of like blind faith, but honest God, being so young and naive, it kind of was.
Yeah. Like pretty much your greatest test will become your greatest testimony.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, man, this is going to be one hell of a story.